Welcome to TJAY Talks. How is everyone doing today? How are you doing today?
I'm doing awesome. How are you?
Good. We just got back from vacation. Well, I've been back for a couple days. You've been back for
A week.
I had a good time. So, on today's show, we're going to talk about a little bit about our personal lives because I've had a lot of strange things happen to me and over the course of the last couple years, and I want to talk about them. What's the strangest thing that's ever happened to you?
There's a lot of strange things. I want to hear what happened to you though. Let's see what you got first. 'Cause you came ready for this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is your thing. So let me hear.
All right. So last year in school, I had a stalker, and she's really creepy. She was really creepy. She creeped me out for the longest time. So, this is how I met her. I was in school. We didn't do anything in class. It was like a free day. So I went to go get food from the cafeteria. I'll come out, and she asked me a question. She's like, hey, I have a question. I'm like, yeah, whatever. And she's like, my boyfriend, or my ex-boyfriend, whoever she was, is really insecure, and I want to know your views. So I gave her my points and what I thought, and she was like, can I have your number? I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? So, not thinking that she was nuts, she, was like, here, and then I gave her my number. We hung out that day, and she took me to this weird place. You know Delaware County, right? This school.
Yeah.
She took me to the hospital, like the doctor's school, where she was just searching around for whatever. It looked like a scary movie, and I felt like she was going to murder me.
Wait, where did she take you?
A
hospital?
No, it's like at Delaware County. There's this class where the doctors, like the future nurses, go and practice.
Okay, I got you.
It was really weird. So we went in there, and she was just telling me all these weird things. She was like, I'm adopted, I'm Russian, my parents are so overprotective, and I make the best out of everything. And she did it, she said this, I make the best out of everything, even death. I'm just like, okay. So she would just text me day after day and asking about all these things, like, what am I doing, where am I going, what's this, that.
After you hung out with her one time?
Yeah, after I hung out with her one time. And I was just like, this is crazy. So she was she was in Collindale 3 months later, and she was lurking around for me. And you know how Messenger is on Facebook, how bad it is? I'm assuming she got my location and all that, and she was in Collindale lurking around for me, which is really freaky. And I finally got rid of her by I told her something about, hey, you should come over, we're going to do this, that, and the third, and you should bring your mom with her. And she got really offended and just left. That was it. That was the craziest thing that's ever happened to me. I've never had that in my entire life.
The weirdest thing was a person. So you had a weird person.
Yeah, a weird person. And that's not the first. I mean, that's not the first time I was stalked once before, but that was only a 2-month thing.
People don't weird me out too much because if I see someone who they're just kind of weird, I can kind of find the humor in it, and I just keep my distance so they don't bother me too much.
Right.
The stuff that weirds me out is the stuff that makes you question reality.
Right.
You remember when I had my long hair?
Yeah.
I had my long hair, and then I got a cut. I went from long hair to just cut. I almost shaved my head, and I was at karate, and one of the dads walks in. I don't know if one of the dads walks in, and so his eyes up. He's like, "Whoa! I knew you got a haircut." He had a dream that I had a haircut before he even saw me,
right.
And when I came into karate, I actually had my haircut.
Did he picture you with the hair you have now? Or?
Yeah. He pictured me with I shaved my head and my beard and everything, and then I came in and I knew he wasn't lying because he was as surprised as I was.
Right.
And his jaw was just on the ground.
Just people have visions of that, of the future, which is really weird.
Dreams are crazy, man. I remember my buddy lost his cigarettes one night, and I went to sleep, and I remember in my dream, all my dream was I saw the couch cushion,
right.
And lifting it up and my cigarettes being there. And then when I woke up and he couldn't find his cigarettes, I knew exactly where they were. They were right.
See, I had a similar dream back when my Uncle Paul died.
Yeah.
That night, my Uncle Jimmy was having a dream where Uncle Paul was sitting, on the couch watching TV, and then he saw him go in the room which I was sleeping in. I had a dream that he was in the room that I was sleeping in, looking at me, and like just to have like a dream where like a family member comes into like one room to another room, and us having like corresponding like dreams, like kind of was just like, wow, that's just like, dreams are really like cool about that. That's what I like about dreams.
I think dreams would be the weirdest thing about us humans.
And yeah, and like researchers still don't know what like they actually are. So I'm excited to see what the future is going to hold for us about like how dreams are.
Yeah, learning about that. Or imagine me like tap into someone's dream, like almost like a Freddy Krueger type of thing. That's gonna get real crazy.
Well, that's if we have another Freddy Krueger. I mean, well, you know how screwed up people can be, but I don't know. Dreams are really weird, and so is like strange things that happen to me. Speaking of which, did you ever see? It just came out like probably a couple months ago. It was called Stranger Things on Netflix.
Everyone's talking about that, man. I haven't watched it yet. I gotta get on it. All I hear is good things.
Oh, it's a great thing. It's kind of like it's E.T.
E.T. is in it, like E.T.
No, but it's kind of like E.T.
Oh, okay.
But
it's E.T. was in. I'm about to go watch it right now. But
E.T. and like it's kind of like E.T. and a mixture of a bunch of like alien movies like from the 80s, and it has that 80s feel to it.
Yeah.
And the Duffer Brothers, I don't know if you're aware of them, but
no. They
created like maybe 3 shows, and I've only watched Stranger Things, but it's a great show, and I hope they come back with like a new season. But
no, is it the Stephen King? Is he involved, or were they just comparing it to Stephen King?
I think they were just trying to compare it to Stephen King.
Gotcha.
But I mean, Stephen King, he's more of a writer because all the shows that like people like remake, that they're not really good. But like, Stranger Things wasn't the Stephen King thing. It was kind of more like a movie that should have been out, or a TV show that should have been out in the 80s, but was set in the 80s. Had a lot of references too, with like Star Wars and Atari and some movie references about that.
Gotcha.
That was a good thing.
I gotta catch on that. I'm not a big TV guy. I don't watch a lot of.
Yeah, I mean, I thought like I always have this thing like I don't really want to watch new series because like I just feel like they're all lame now. But that was like as soon as I just watched the first 5 minutes, I was like, this seems pretty good. But the strange things that happened to me. That's just me and you. That's just been like really weird.
Yeah, no, I mean there's a bajillion. I have so many stories. What I'm saying, we'd be here all day going back and forth with stories. How long has this been? Hey. We can't sail, can we?
Yeah, I
don't even know how we started. You want to keep going?
We'll do 1 or 2 more stories. I'll go back to my one stalking incident from a couple months ago. Well, this is a year ago.
The story doesn't end.
Well, it was a different stalker. Okay. Different stalker. So.
Whoa, how many stalkers have you had?
That was my second one.
TJAY attracts weird people.
This girl, her name was Crystal. I hung out with her sister back when I started high school. And then I met her sister because we were going bowling.
It's always a girl too.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, we hung out, and then she moved away. Crystal moved away for a couple months, and she came back to Fallcroft, where she, now resides in. So
you're like calling people out on the show.
Oh, I'm not going to say her last name. But yeah. So, I was like, hey, you want to hang out? She's like, yeah, there's this carnival. So I was like, all right. And there's a fall Norwood Carnival. You know how we did that for karate and stuff, right? We had like a
Yeah.
It was kind of like that. So we went to the carnival. It was freezing, and I just didn't have a good time. So I said, hey, I want to leave. And as soon as I left, I texted our friend Erin, and she's like, I heard you texted her. I was like, how did you find that out? And she was like, well, I heard you texted all your other friends. So I don't know how she found out that out. And Crystal doesn't even know her. So Crystal just like started like messaging all my friends and asking where I was, what am I doing? I want to come to your house and do something. So I got really freaked out, and I called her on. I was like, if you do not stop stalking me, I'm going to call the police, and I'm going to make your life a living hell if you do not stop doing this. Do it then. And then after that, 2 months rolled by, she just like gave up.
Women,
and she called me.
I ain't saying nothing.
She called me 5 times that night after I left her at the carnival too. She called me at least 5 times, left me like a long 10-minute messages, because I wouldn't answer the phone. Then I finally answered and said, "What?" And that's when she told me, "I heard you texted so and so and all this." I mean, I've never been stalked by women bad like that. Instead, like those two that I just told you about.
But you've been stalked on a lesser level, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just. I mean. Even on Facebook, I go and I'll stalk somebody on Facebook. Like if I'm going out on a date with some girl, I want to see how crazy she is, or if I'm hanging out with somebody I don't know that my friends know, I'll just stalk them.
I remember seeing this article. It was on the Vice News Snapchat. You ever been there?
Oh no.
Yeah, they have some good funny stuff on there. The one was like a bunch of like stalker stories or whatever,
right.
And this one dude was checking out this chick's profile. And was like going. He was on a laptop, and on every tab he had like her Facebook, her Instagram, like everything like lined up, and he's going through it all one by one. And then he turned, and here's someone laughing behind him. He turns around, and it's the chick that he's looking up right there.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, that's nuts.
I forget how the story ended, but it did something. I don't know. I'm trying to remember some strange stuff that happened. There's always weird coincidences too. Like, all right, so we have the big UFC fights coming up this weekend. So I'm sure everyone knows who Nate Diaz is.
Right. Yeah, I've seen him.
I'm pretty sure it happened. I know it happened, but I don't know if this is when it happened. But we can always look it up later to clarify. I think it was when he fought Conor McGregor the last time.
Right.
And he got suspended. I don't know if you know, but the Diaz brothers, Nate Diaz, Nick Diaz, they're really known for smoking weed.
Right.
And Nate Diaz got suspended until April 20th.
Really?
Yeah, he got a medical suspension. So, which is common for fighters,
right.
But it's just kind of a weird coincidence that Nate Diaz got suspended until 420, and he's known for smoking weed. Another one, a story I heard, I listened to the Joe Rogan podcast, and Joey Diaz was talking about he used to do like a lot of cocaine stuff when he was younger, and he had like a nose problem, so he went to go to the doctor to like get his nose fixed, whatever.
Right.
And the doctor's name, who was fixing his nose, that was messed up from doing cocaine for his whole life, his name was Dr. Line. Dr. Line. Is that those weird coincidences that make you feel like you're just living in the Matrix?
I had a weird. I mean, when I punched the window when I was 14, 14, I had a doctor named Dr. Chopsaw.
Dr. Chopsaw.
And
nice.
The scar proves it.
Yeah.
That was.
You got a scar?
Yeah. Right.
Oh shit! Yeah. Nice little scar.
Yeah, it looks like a shark bit me.
From punching a window?
Yeah, I was out of anger. I wasn't, karate should cool you down, but it didn't cool me down in the morning. I was really running late, and I just couldn't open the door, and I punched the window. Meant to hit the wall.
Nice. You go straight to the hospital?
Yeah, I wrapped it up in paper towels. I was like, Mother, I need you here now. And luckily,
you were pissed.
I was scared.
Yeah.
Because I'd never seen
right on your veins.
Yeah, I'd never seen the inside of anything except for movies.
You saw the inside?
I saw it. Yeah, I saw the inside, wrapped it up, and then I was like, "Mom, you need to come here really quick." And she lives works 5 minutes away.
Yeah.
She pulled up, and then she saw me, and she's like, "Ah." So.
Dang.
Therefore, Dr. Chopsaw was like, "Here you go."
Wow.
That was just.
Good thing you didn't call nameless, dude. Those things run like $1,000.
Do they really?
Something crazy. Yeah, my grandma cut her finger real bad one time, and that was a weird thing that happened to me. I walk home from karate. Not walk home. I drive home from karate, and I get inside not knowing nothing, and I walk in. The door's already open.
Right.
Which is weird for my grandma to even have the door open. Usually, it's closed. So she has the door open with the screen down and stuff. And I walk in, and as soon as I walk in, there's just blood on the floor. I walk in, the whole kitchen's covered in blood, and the thing dropped and was a plate dropped, and there was blood all over that. There was a phone out with blood all over it, and I had to go pick her up from the hospital.
Was that did she go to Crozier? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah. because you guys live in Wallingford, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere in Wallingford.
She said she'll never go there again though. She'll go to Riddle next time.
I mean, I have a thing with hospitals. Like if I punch in a window, that's one thing.
Yeah.
And bleeding really bad, I would go to the closest hospital. But anything else, I probably wouldn't go.
They're both pretty
Yeah.
close to me. So.
Oh yeah, Riddle is. Yeah, Riddle is kind of.
It's right there, man. Yeah. So that's a weird thing. So I think question of the day. I got one, unless you got one.
What's yours?
I think our question of the day should be, what's the weirdest dream that you guys had?
That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah, dreams get real weird.
Yeah, I mean, I've had some. You've had some.
Yeah, and also if you keep a dream diary, just say yes or no. I think that would be interesting. How many people keep a dream diary? I don't. Do you?
No,
I want to. There's actually a couple dreams that I wrote down before that were just like weird.
I mean,
that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, I can still remember a couple dreams like really like good. And I want to write them down, which I might just do that sometime.
You should, because you're gonna be 5 years from now. You're gonna forget them all.
Right. Yeah. I mean, dreams are really weird.
Yeah.
So that's it for the show today. I'm TJ.
I'm Ryan.
We'll see you guys. Maybe, I don't know, next week or 2 weeks. We'll figure it out.
Hopefully next week. Hopefully it's not 2 weeks.
Yeah, hopefully next week. I'll keep you guys posted on it. And then our next topic, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Probably about school, because I start school in like a week.
Oh, crap. All right.
Yeah. So,
cool.
We'll see you guys next week. You guys have a nice day. Stay safe, don't drink and drive, and have a nice weekend.
Don't drink and drive.
Peace out.